I'm Sarah Ewan from Turn Back Time. This is day 29 and I'm renaming this podcast today to Hold Your Nerve. I said at the beginning the body may lose weight in fits and starts, and I said it blithely, like I would just take it in my stride, but I haven't. I did finally drop 0.2 of a pound overnight, but it's a measly descent. Although I must admit, in my desperate attempt to find a lower number, I moved my scales all over the porcelain tiles on the bathroom floor and found that they gave a disturbing range of numbers that were at the furthest point apart, 2 pounds different. Sadly, none of them lower than 182.4 pounds or 82.73 kilos. But it made me realise that perhaps I should go and find a more professional set of scales, just to be sure. Realising I'm not at all hungry, I did consider dropping all fat and carbs and just eating protein for a few days. Maybe just one day, I thought. Let's see. But that would essentially put me on an Atkins diet, and is not what is recommended to do this in a permanent, fully balanced fashion. So I thought maybe just don't eat at all for one day. Just let your body gorge on all the fat. But that's just survival mode, and may well put me back into more weight. All the time I'm considering these diet action plans, I could hear Barry Sears in my head shouting, "Will you stop worrying about the weight? It's not important." And it's true. It's obvious by looking in the mirror that it's still falling in terms of shape. Even if my tummy measurement is the same, I have nothing to grab onto down my sides anymore. Any excess under my rib cage is disappearing fast. And of course I don't measure there. The indentations, though, are getting deeper and deeper. The paunch below my navel is shrinking back, and I don't measure there either. Hold your nerve, Sarah, began ringing in my head. Eat the best choice of food. Eat regularly. Get that protein quotient. Drink and drink some more, and keep up the exercise. I do have muscle definition after just 3 days of exercise, which I didn't have before. Down the outside of my thighs, there's a groove. And the muscle in my calves is taut and bigger. And there's a groove in my upper arms which seems to divide where my arms should be and the excess hanging skin. That wasn't there before. If that excess skin was not there, I would have nice, well-toned arms. It's quite amazing to think that half my upper arm is just fat. The biceps look great though. I've never studied myself this intently. I never paid any attention to this body at all. It was just there and perfectly fine. It would do until it wouldn't. If you enjoy meditation, there's a visualization exercise which was proven in a Chinese university to improve the muscle tone without doing anything at all. They split a study group into 3 and they sent 1/3 to a gym every day to do weightlifting exercises for 30 minutes. Another group was asked to stay home and visualise doing the same exercises for 30 minutes, but just lay on the sofa and don't move. And then the third group did neither. At the end of a month, their muscle mass was tested, and the group that had only done visualisation had 30% of the increased muscle mass of the gym goers without actually doing the exercises for real. They correspondingly had 30% more muscle mass than the control group. So just thinking about exercising builds muscle mass. As a hypnotherapist, this doesn't actually surprise me. The mind is an amazing tool. On the subject of hypnotherapy, some of you may have already tried it to lose weight. I have given some of my clients hypnotherapy recordings to train their body to only want healthy foods, which have worked very well. So, in the comments below, I'm putting the links to 2 free recordings which you might like to listen to if you're finding that you're struggling to keep to this program. One is aimed at making your body only reach for the healthy foods in the shop, and the other is to help your body concentrate on your target weight. Given everything about this diet is taking time, isn't it, to be honest, you can just listen to them as you fall asleep, so no need to clear more time. Hypnotherapy works just as well awake or asleep. It will also help anyone who struggles to sleep normally, and it will lower any elevated cortisol in your body. I don't know why I didn't think of using these myself before now. as I just lay there and stare at the ceiling when I go to bed early. So I'll start that tonight. Someone asked me yesterday if I missed sugar, sweets, and I thought, no, I don't even realise they've gone. The dates are so versatile in terms of making desserts. The dark chocolate's lovely to have, and so's the unsweetened peanut butter, which I've never eaten before. I eat heaps of berries and apples and oranges, and that gives me far less guilt than a bar of fruit and nut. I guess maybe I've just got over the hump. If someone tried to hand me a chocolate bar or a muffin now, I think I'd think, poison, and wouldn't take it. Someone came home with a box of dried cranberries yesterday, and I immediately jumped on them and thought, I'll put them on my salad. Natural cranberries, it said. I turned the packet over and it listed a recommended serving size of 33 grams of carbohydrate. That's nearly 4 blocks of carbs on their own. The second ingredient in these natural cranberries was sugar. It accounted for 11 grams of the 33 grams in that recommended serving size. And that poison warning just rang in my head. They went straight back in the fridge. So do read the backs of everything. Don't rely on their carbohydrate count when you're calculating your blocks though. Use Sears's. But do rely on it for a warning signal when you shouldn't touch something. So, let's go to tomorrow and see what it brings.